Hello, I'm Sharon with Maggie Bell Posh, and today I want to show you how to make a bow using the EZ Bowmaker. In my opinion, this is the easiest way for a person who isn't practiced in bow making to make a very nice looking bow. You can get these at places like Deco Exchange. I believe Amazon has them, so they're readily available, but look these up. Mine is a little older, so it may not look exactly like yours, but it's the same thing. So all you need is your EZ Bowmaker, some ribbon. I've chosen this ribbon from Sam's because it's very inexpensive. It is wired. You always need wired ribbon, and it's always easy to practice with something that's very inexpensive rather than using your fine ribbon. Use that luxury ribbon, conserve that until the time you really know how to make a bow. So you'll need your EZ Bowmaker, some ribbon, and then something to tie your bow off with. You can use this wire, cut a piece off that. You can use a zip tie. You can use a chenille stem or pipe cleaner. Now I'm using the chenille stem because of this color, because I want to show you. I want you to be able to easily see how you tie this off. I would obviously use a white one or some other color coordinating with my ribbon. And one more thing on the chenille stems, I prefer to use this kind if I'm going to use that rather than this. These are a little softer, might slip a little easier. So let's just substitute it right here. So the first thing you're going to do is take whatever you've chosen here, your chenille stem or zip tie or whatever, and put it between these two dowels, these two tall dowels right here of your EZ Bowmaker. This is what's going to hold your ribbon, and it's going to hold everything in place until you can tie it off. There is another dowel. Let me move it down here where you can put your spool if you choose to. For example, like that. I don't usually do that, but we can. So I'm just going to unravel some of mine. I just like to kind of unravel it and let it real loose so I'll have plenty of ribbon. Okay, I've got my chenille stem in. Now I'm going to choose from my ribbon. I'm going to use two different kinds today. You can use 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to, or just one. So I'm going to choose how long I want my tail. Let's just say that I want the tail or streamer about 10 inches. That's a little bit more. Let's put it down like so. But you can decide. And then you insert your ribbon between the two dowels and kind of give it a twist to bring it down. Move it up just a little bit. Okay, so from here on, it's just a series of twist, loop, pinch. Okay, this ribbon doesn't show an obvious right or wrong side, but many do. So you need to twist it over after it's in your dowel, and then decide how big you want the loops. Now, the firmer the wire, the better the loops are going to stay. When you have a little bit of a more narrow, flimsier wire, I don't make them quite as big because they don't stay as full as they should. So now we're going to make this, let's just say 6 inches, okay? And then we put that piece, we measure to the 6 mark, and then you put your ribbon down in between those two dowels again, pinch it down in there, and we're going to twist it so that on this side, the wrong side, not readily apparent here, it will be on the next ribbon, is showing. And then you're going to go out to the 6-inch mark over here too, and bring your ribbon back down between the two dowels. So now, and you can adjust as you go, now the two right sides of the ribbon are showing. Okay, now once again, we're going to twist it over here. This would be the wrong side of the ribbon. We're going to loop it to the 6-inch mark, bring it between the dowels, press it down. This is your pinching. It's doing it for you, pinching it down for you. Twist it so that the wrong side shows. Take it out to the 6-inch mark. Twist it down. Now your right side is up. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops so far. You can stop here, you can keep going. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make 3 loops on each side. In other words, this is a 6-inch bow. 6 loop bow. Okay, wrong side showing, out to the 6 mark. Pinch it down between the dowels. Turn it over wrong side showing. Take it out to the 6-inch mark again for the last time. Pinch it down. Now right side is showing, and all our loops are even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now we're going to decide how long we want our tail again. You can make them the same size, about 10 inches. You can make them different sizes, however long you want. Okay, now I'm going to cut it. You can cut it straight across. Sometimes if it tends to ravel, then I just kind of bend it back a couple of times and leave it that way, or glue it down so that it won't ravel. Or if it's not going to ravel, if you know that already, and some of these do, this one kind of does, but I could dovetail it. And the way you dovetail something is you fold it in half, and then cut from the wires to the center, and you have a nice dovetail. You can do both your ribbons this way if you like, or you can leave them like this and fold it down twice. Now, with this ribbon, as I said, it does tend to ravel a little bit. I probably would do it this way, but let's just leave this alone for now. We can decide that later. You can be done. This is all you have to do. Or you can add another color. In this case, I'm going to add this coordinating stripe. But this time, I'm going to make the tails a little shorter. Say let's about 8 inches. And I'm probably going to make the loops a little shorter. So you insert your first one. The first tail went this way. I'm going to choose to make this tail go this way. Now again, I'm just going to turn it upside down. You can see here that the wrong side is showing. And this time I'm going to make the loops at 5 inches rather than 6. So there's my 5-inch mark. So I'll loop it back over, put it between the dowels, give it a twist so that, nice little twist here, so that this wrong side is showing. Take it to the 5-inch mark, press it down between the dowels, and I'm going to make just 4 loops this time. So turn it over, wind out a little bit of ribbon. That's part of the secret. It's just getting yourself enough ribbon to work with. It makes it much easier to turn it over and loop it. So now looping down to the 5-inch mark. Okay. Press it down, turn it over so the wrong side's showing. Loop it to the 5-inch mark. Press it down. And then this will be my second streamer or tail. I cut it to about 8 inches, and so I'll cut it to about that again. I'm just guessing right now. Now, you have your bow. I'm going to kind of try to place it where I want it. I want these two up. I want the stripe between the two solid colors. And I want the stripe, this stripe between these two solid colors. So it'd be about like so. So we've got that side done. I'm going to do, let's see, my tail needs to go down. I can put it up here. If you're going to put it on a wreath, you might want to do that. If you're going to hang it off something, you might want to put it down here. Just depends on what purpose you want your bow for. Okay, so again, I'm going to put this patterned between the solid. This is a solid in the center. And here's my pattern between these two. Okay, now comes the most difficult part of this at all. It's just to get this out of here, get your stack out without losing the stack. So I found the ends of my pipe cleaner. So I'm going to kind of get it a little tight, and then I'm going to slowly bring it up, all the while turning to the back. Now I'm going to tie it off. You can see I'm just tying it off back here. Now if I wanted to put this on something like a wreath or whatever, you can use this to insert it around your wreath, evergreen wreath, or through the grapevine, or whatever you want. Or you could insert another one. Say you were going to put this on a lantern. Before you tied it off tight, you'd insert another pipe cleaner back here or something like that so that you could tie it onto a lantern. Okay, so now we twist. I usually try to twist the bow rather than the pipe cleaner. That makes it perk up a little bit more. Okay, now is your final fluffing. Fluff it out. And you can shape your wires this way. Bring your tail down. You could make a loop in the center if you'd wanted to finish it off, or you can put a little flower there, glue it in there, whatever. But this is the general idea. And this is how you can make a bow using the EZ Bowmaker. Twist your loops to suit yourself. Okay, of course, with a firmer wire, these would stay better. This, again, is not expensive ribbon, but that's the beauty of it. You can practice and practice all you want to with this ribbon, and you won't break the bank. But this is how you use the EZ Bowmaker to make a bow and make your loops pretty even. If you have any questions, please let me know, and don't forget to subscribe.